One of the most common questions we receive from employers is, can my business actually use the H-2B program? Now the answer, it's often more complicated than a lot of people expect. So I've spoken with employers who assumed they qualified when they didn't, and then I've spoken with employers who just thought they didn't qualify for H-2Bs when they actually did. So in this video, I want to discuss some of the biggest misconceptions about H-2B eligibility and kind of help you employers understand whether your business might qualify. I'm Sarah Wyngaard with 3A Immigration Law, and after more than 10 years heavily focused on H-2B filings, one thing I've learned is that eligibility, it's a lot more than simply needing workers. So the government, they want to know why you need those workers and whether your labor need fits within the rules of the H-2B program. So first up, we got misconception number one. We got a labor shortage, so we must qualify for H-2Bs. Now, this is probably one of the biggest misconceptions that I see. It's employers just kind of assuming that a labor shortage, they automatically qualify for H-2Bs. Now, unfortunately, that's not how the program works. Now, the fact that you're having difficulty finding workers, it may be part of the story, but it's not enough by itself. Now, the government, they're looking primarily at the nature of your labor needs. And so that's why understanding temporary need is so important. What you need is, you need a predictable point when that labor need will end. And if you can't identify a reliable end to the need, the government, they're probably just going to view it as a permanent need rather than a temporary one. And at that point, we're looking at a different immigration strategy altogether. Next up, we got misconception number two, H-2Bs only for landscaping companies. Okay, so a lot of you associate H-2Bs with landscaping because they're probably the biggest users of H-2B visas, but they're far from the only one. So our law firm, we've worked with employers in, hospitality, construction, trucking, home care, outdoor recreation. A lot of industries qualify for H-2Bs. Now, the key question isn't what industry you're in. The key question is whether your need for workers fits within one of the recognized temporary need categories. Okay, so you want to know, what is temporary need? So the three categories we most commonly discuss with employers, it's going to be seasonal need, peak load need, and a one-time occurrence. So to keep it simple, let's use landscaping as an example. Now, if you're a landscaping company, you only hire landscaping laborers or groundskeepers during busy season, and you don't employ those types of workers during the winter months, that might be a seasonal need. Different situation. Let's imagine a landscaping company that employs groundskeepers year-round. They do snow removal in the winter and then traditional landscaping when it's warm. Now that company, they've got a permanent workforce, but during the busy season, they need to bring in additional groundskeepers beyond their regular staff. In that situation, it's likely going to be a peak load need. And here's something many employers don't realize. Now, a peak load need can sometimes last a significant portion of your year. In some cases, an employer, their busy season, it might last 8, 9, 10 months. Okay, another example is we're going to talk about a one-time occurrence. Now, imagine a family with a 2-year-old kid, and they need a nanny until that child begins school at the age of 5. And then once the kid is going to start school, the family, they no longer need a nanny. So that might be a one-time occurrence situation because the need is temporary and it's tied to a specific event that ends, that ending date that we need. Now, in situations like this, the H-2B worker, that can be granted for up to 3 years. Now, every case is different, but understanding the nature of the temporary need is one of the most important parts of determining H-2B eligibility. Misconception number three, our business operates year-round, so we just don't qualify. Okay, another common misunderstanding. Now, a lot of businesses that operate year-round, they still qualify for H-2B workers. Now, in fact, that peak load need we just discussed, perfect illustration. So a company can operate year-round and still have a temporary need for additional workers during the busy season. So the analysis, it always comes back to the specifics of the case. And that brings us to the importance of early planning. Now, we encourage employers to evaluate eligibility at the beginning because if you don't have that temporary need, then you don't even need to worry about the rest of the process because you won't qualify. So the start date, it matters. Your job description, really important. Business records, they make a difference. But the earlier these issues are reviewed, the more options you as an employer typically have. Now, if you're not sure about whether your business qualifies for the H-2B program, you are not alone. A lot of employers are surprised by the answers after we review their particular situation. And the good news is that an experienced H-2B attorney can often identify eligibility issues early on and help determine whether the program is a good fit for you. So if you're already thinking about your workforce needs for 2027, now is a great time to begin the conversation. In our next video, we're going to discuss the H-2B readiness checklist. Now, we're going to talk about what employers should have ready before they file. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.